Welcome to this Microsoft Access 2015 tutorial to create a project review form. This is the fourth video and this is to create a self-populated form and a data entry form. So in the previous videos we created all these tables in the background of this project, and now we're going to create a data entry form that's going to be a parent form or a main form that is going to host uh, other subforms. So we're going to create that form, a project level subform, and another form for data entry, which is going to be linked to this additional project information table. So in practice, we are going to split this in two forms. There is not much difference. So let's go there. Now we are here in our work directory. I'm going to open the review form, which is the name of our database. We have all the tables that we have created in the previous videos there, and now we are going to create the main form. So for that, we go just to the RI portfolio, which is this table, and we step on it, and then we go to create and form wizard. From that, the form wizard already takes the RI portfolio because we stepped on it before. And for this project, we just want to see the project ID and the project name. So I'm going to bring that variable and the project name as well. I click on next. I want a columnar form. Next, and I'm gonna give a name to this. So if you can imagine, I'm going to provide a prefix for that name. So this is FRM form portfolio. Yeah, but this is not portfolio. This is going to be objectives. So I want you to see the form, but also to modify a little bit. So I click on finish, and I go to the form in the design view. So I'm going to change a little bit of things. You can play with this all you want. Is like I don't know, playing in PowerPoint. So this is the form objectives, and I'm gonna call this form 1 objectives, and I'm gonna change this. And here people will see the project ID, the project ID, the project name. So I'm going to format this a little bit. I'm going to choose the stack form, and then I'm going to add a couple of columns to this table. I'm going to move these two cells here, and I'm going to drop this row, and now I have more or less what I want. I'm going to change this label. This is the project ID. I want a short field for this and a longer one for this one. So I want the project name here. And I want this to be longer, something like this. And finally, I want to reduce this a little. And that's good enough. So I'm going to move this from the main part of the form to the header. Now it's there, and this is my form. So I'm going to save it, and I want you to see how it looks. So this is the form view, and what you will see here is the project ID and the project name, and you can see that it works for all the projects in the RI portfolio. So now that I have that, I want to, and we'll go to design view. Here, I'm going to embed a couple of subforms with information that I'm going to bring from the RI portfolio, so self-populated subform, and I'm going to create also an additional project information subform, which is for data entry. So I'm going to create those forms. And basically I'm going to repeat the steps we just went through. So again, I'm going to create a review subform. This is a child subform because I'm going to put it within the parent or the main form, and it's just repeating the process. So I'm going to step again in the RI portfolio. This for the self-populated form. Create form wizard. Again, I'm in the RI portfolio and I want to bring the rest of the information. I could have done this in the same form, but for some presentation purposes, I just want to do this separately. So I'm going to bring the institution, the application fiscal year, the project status, the World Bank group amount, the regional integration operation type, advisory or lending, the regional type, and the actual region, the country, and the practice, and that's it. Next, columnar again, and the name in this case is going to be a subform. So I just add an S here for my reference, and this is the review. So I will modify the form's design and finish. So now I'm in the design form here. So I'm going to change this a little bit. Let me see if I can do. Okay, I cannot. Okay. And now I'm going to format a little bit these cells in the main part of the form. So I don't want all these to be so long. So I'm going to reduce those a little bit. And just to show you how it works, I'm going to bring everything here. And that's all I'm going to do so far. As you know, I can modify labels. So this is World Bank Group Institution. Okay, and I don't want this blank space there, so I just format the area as well. I'm going to save it, and again, you can see all the information there, right? And finally, I'm going to create another form for data entry. So it's basically the same process, but in this case, we have to create a query first. So we go to create, we go to query, design. I'm going to bring the dataset for the parent form, which is the RI portfolio, and the dataset for the data entry form, which is the table additional project info. So I'm clicking add. This is a one-to-one relation, and I'm doing this just because I want to create a query, which is going to be the base of the design of the form, to establish this relation, the relation between the data set that is providing information for the main form, for the parent, and the data set that is providing information for the subform, the child form. So I want to create this link between the parent and the child. That's what I'm doing with this project ID, with this query form, sorry, with this query, and the table additional project info has all the information that I'm going to bring here to this form. So I'm going to double click the asterisk, and then I have everything there. So I just save this. This is a Q or Y additional project information, right? And finally, I'm going to create the form associated to this data entry table, which is just repeating the process. So I'm going to step on the query, additional project info. I'm going to create form wizard, and now here is automatically selected the query, and I don't want the project ID or the review ID or the project name because they are already in the main form, but I want people to see the reviewer ID, the review status ID, they are irrelevant, are not relevant, and PDO. And next, and tabular form, no, columnar form, next, and The name of this is a subform, additional project info, and modify the form design. Now you got there all the information, and I think that's a good design so far. So this is the additional project info. Right, and so I don't need to do much in terms of formatting. And reducing the header as well, and that's it. That's all I want. So you can see here the form, how it would look like. In this case, you only see one record because this is a new record, this is a new table, there is no information right now, so you won't see anything, but you will be able to select the reviewer ID and the review status ID from the drop-down menus that are set up already from the tables. So in the next in the next video, we're going to put these couple of subforms in the main form, and I'm going to show you how to format everything. So join me please in the next video. Bye bye.